Oh, wow. Another great opportunity with Tidewater Winds. And we have the pleasure, or I have the pleasure of talking with the maestro, John Brewington. I didn't get a chance to say that over the summer months
No,
because
you didn't.
COVID's given you a different world. How are
Yes.
you been coping?
Oh boy, it's been a real adventure for us, Bob. Good to see you, by the
Good
way.
seeing you. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much to, and same to you, your family, and to all of our listeners and viewers out there. So, yes, it was a very different summer for us, but I think we were really successful in venturing out into some new areas and providing some new entertainment in the Tidewater Winds tradition.
Well, okay, let's talk about that. Most people, when they say Tidewater Winds tradition, means that it's going to be a 60 people band up on the stage. And you've really been flexible about changing it up.
Absolutely. Yes, usually the Tidewater Winds is a 55, 65 piece concert band. And that is still our bread and butter. That's our nucleus of what we are going to be as we get out of this COVID-19 situation. Um, but we kind of reformulated ourselves and knew that due to all the social distancing requirements and some of the other limitations of wanting to be able to perform but having to do so outside, we had a very successful series at the 24th Street stage this past summer, and we reformulated so that we provided small ensembles. I used the Little Big Band, which is an 11-piece group, and we were able to distance and record and play our concerts at the outdoor stage and have our audience socially distanced as well. It looked like from the stage, it looked like they were sitting in crop circles out there on the lawn. But
Right.
it was really well attended, both in person and virtually. We had very good virtual participation, and within we also, Bob, we also used a brass quartet, no, brass quintet with Ralph Copley as well, and that was a successful series as well in our concerts this summer. So we were able to find a way to continue to play and to try to reach our audience the best way that we could.
So let's talk about traditions because you can't talk about the holidays without talking about music, right?
That is absolutely correct. And
So, how do you get ready for the holidays when you don't know what the holidays are going to look like?
well, so you have a plan A, a plan B, and then whatever plan C is going to be. So we have a lot of different options now within in the winds. Uh, we, with the advent of the little big band and our big band as well, which is a full size big band, as well as I have a woodwind quartet that plays holiday music as well. And we're going to be featuring one of the two of those groups at some point in time during the holidays um, to help us celebrate, to try to provide some of the traditions of music that are needed during the holidays, and to continue to reach out to our musicians and our audience because we miss them. We miss the people. We miss the opportunity to have those live performances, which create such a exciting synergy.
Okay, we got a guy that's been with us on this interview, but it's just his picture. Has he been after you about coming up with a plan? That's the executive director, Michael Williams, which we couldn't operate without him, right?
That is
So there he
absolutely
is.
that's absolutely correct. Michael's been instrumental in all this. Michael, you want to come on?
Or we'll just talk about him behind the
Okay,
scenes.
we could do
There
that
we go.
too.
So
Yes.
is he putting pressure on you about coming up with a concert series for the summer? Get it back to normal?
No, he's not giving me pressure on rushing this back to whatever back to normal is going to look like. What we have done is strategically plan for the future, and whatever that future is going to look like, we're going to be a part of it.
Yep.
Be it through our participation in the evolution of small ensembles, um, both in the woodwind, brass, jazz genre, smaller concert band performances. We have a plan to get started maybe with a concert family series that would have a reduced instrumentation and will still allow us to socially distance and play outside, et cetera, depending upon what the health metrics are as we go forward. So um, the future is now, and the future is now for us in that we are embracing this situation, being safe, but also trying to find ways for our musicians to get to play with one another and for us to continue to reach out to our audience who we miss terribly.
Now, John, I'm going to close with one question and kind of put things in perspective because this isn't the only fluid part of your life. You're involved with the Virginia Beach school system. So on one day, off the other, what's the governor going to say? What's the superintendent? Right? I mean, it's crazy, crazy time.
It has been, and in my role as performing arts coordinator for Virginia Beach City Public Schools, it feels like we've been playing the hokey pokey.
I know it. But
You know, we put our left foot in and we pull it out. Then we come back in and then we come back out. But you know, I'm so proud of the work that our school division has done to try to reach every child, be it in person, virtual, or concurrent teaching. The staff that I have to work with is just outstanding in every way, and I'm so proud of what they're doing.
little inside scoop, I hear you've used this time to lose some weight.
Say that again.
You've used this time to lose some weight.
Um,
So does
that
this
is
mean
absolutely true.
the next time we see you in your rear end profile, it'll look different?
You'll see less of me. Yes.
Okay, we talk about tradition now. There is one couple that I know that are bringing some stability to this crazy, crazy world. And I understand they're right next to Michael. What are we hearing here? I hear something. Oh my goodness. I see the two of you together and oh my gosh. So who are you guys? How do I address you?
Well, of course, I'm Santa Claus,
You're
and
the big guy.
this is the beautiful Mrs. Claus.
Hello.
Hello there. So is it Mrs. Claus and Santa?
Well, Santa has a nickname for me, and my nickname is Sparkles. Because
Really?
yes, because the first time he saw me, we were out on the snowbank. He was golfing in the snow, and he said I was sparkly, so he calls me Sparkles.
Whoa. I've got a question about his golf balls, but I won't ask it.
Oh,
Because it's, there might be kids paying attention here.
that's true. Absolutely.
How did that romance go?
Well, we've been together
For
forever.
years and years, and it's still like yesterday.
Mrs. Claus, my wife just said that to me last night. We've been together forever. But you guys really mean it.
We do.
So let me ask you, we're talking Tidewater Winds and the tradition of music at the holidays. Do you ever get sick of hearing Jingle Bells and all those classic songs?
Oh, no. We love them. In fact, when I go over to the workshop, the Jingle Bells is what the elves like to play more than anything because it keeps them going and going.
But
Okay,
Mrs. Claus
there
will
we go.
change up.
Like the Energizer.
Exactly.
Mrs. Claus will change up the genre. There are rock jingle bells, there's country jingle bells, there's the lots of different ways of hearing the music. So instead of hearing it in the same genre, I change it up so I can hear it in lots of different ways.
Well, we've got the master maestro with us, and I bet you if you put a request in, he could do a new arrangement for next Christmas.
Well,
I
we
like
would love
that.
I understand you have plenty of time. It's kind of different down there now.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's a little slow right now, but we're filling the time with doing some great projects. And I would love to work on a project for you, Santa and Mrs. Claus. It'd be fantastic. And
Well, thank you. We'll I'll get the musician elf to get in contact with you, and we'll see what we can work out. His name is Albacore.
Albacore. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Does it come in a little can?
No.
No, not that one.
That's
Okay.
fantastic. Because Santa, I know that you're an elf-made man. I get that. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Mrs.
Oh.
Claus, how do you keeping Santa safe in these? You follow COVID requirements?
Well, we do. Now, up here at the North Pole, we have that magical sphere around us. But we do have some times where Santas will come down. Santa will come down and make some special visits. And so if Santa leaves the North Pole, he does have his mask. We had our elf seamstresses make him lots of fanciful, colorful masks. And also, if he wears this mask, he also has sometimes that clear shield.
Uh-huh.
So if Santa is down amongst everyone, he is also wearing that mask and shield for protection, just like you are doing down there.
Yeah, because we don't want to infect any of the boys and girls or the families. And I couldn't get all the toys made if I brought anything back to the elves.
That's true. Now, when Mrs. Claus tells you that you got to straighten up and fly right and be safe, what's your response?
I'll get the reindeer to keep me on track, dear.
Or also known as yes, dear.
Oh,
is that how you're supposed to do it?
Yes,
well,
dear.
Yeah, yes, dear, and I have the key to the cookie cabinet.
Well, let's talk about cookies. I mean,
Well, Mrs. Claus is in charge of the bakery. So we've got that special key that locks it up, but sometimes he takes it off of my key ring. Just yesterday, I went into the cookie closet and it's empty again, and we have just finished filling it up. So Santa?
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear. How many breaks do the elves get each day?
Oh, about 4 or 5.
Okay, 4 or 5 breaks.
Yeah.
And how many cookies do they eat at each break?
5 or 6.
Oh dear. Okay, so I only baked for 2 breaks a day and then 3 cookies along with their hot cocoa. So no wonder why we're running out of flour and sugar and we have to continue to restock and recook these cookies.
Oh, and
Mrs. Claus, I think you're letting Santa off the hook.
Well, he's got to keep that ho, ho, ho going so that girth is really,
Right. I think he could take some lessons from Maestro Brewington.
Yes, I heard that.
Well, during the off season, now he needs that extra girth in order to, when he goes through all the time zones and through the continuum, it gets cold up there. So I give him a little extra during this season. But then after the season, he does, we have that elliptical or whatever y'all call it that helps him get some exercise.
Yeah,
let me put that down in the book.
It's going on the list, so we better close this interview out.
Uh-huh.
It's BOBBATCHER. Top
Yeah,
of the
we have it.
You talk about his cookies,
right.
he's going to put you on the naughty list.
Well,
that was on that need attention list.
Do you have a final word for our masses out there?
We want everyone to have just a very safe, happy, and healthy holiday season and Christmas. And the biggest thing is to remember Christmas is alive and Santa will be making his rounds. And we enjoy everyone. We look forward to all the opportunities we get to see everyone. And for Maestro, we love that music. Please keep playing.
Thank you, Santa. Appreciate that so much. Thank you, Mrs. Claus. And I just have one message for you. I want you to know that I've been good all year, no matter what the evidence might suggest.
Oh, I still have the book.
And I'm going to close out just by saying my lesson learned today. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.